All right, guys. Sorry about that. Hopefully you guys can rejoin here. Get this going again. All right. Sorry about that, guys. I had to change some settings. Hopefully this is a lot better. Go here. Let's copy this. All right, guys. Now, can you hear me? Sorry about that. So I showed my trade in the last video. I had to change settings and turn off VPNs on this, so I can't show that again. But as you guys know, I'm not going to be showing as much of my trade results after tomorrow. If you guys follow me on X, you see where my trade's at right now. It's up over $100,000 profit. I've been in that trade for a week now. Started at the beginning of this week. Got all kinds of flack for going short Bitcoin. I always do, because nobody wants to think Bitcoin goes down, but it does go down. There was a lot of money to be made here. I hope you were able to make it. But again, like I said, here is the trend line that I'm looking for. If this does break, then we'll be looking for a massive, massive bull market. I'm talking a doubling in price. But otherwise, this we could have seen the end of it, right? So let's see. Make sure you guys smash that thumbs up. That helps viewers get in. And let me know in the chat. Let me know once you're here that you're in here. I appreciate it. Another thing, we're going to take a look at the Dow Jones. Like I said, this is pretty crazy. We're at a crazy spot. What matters to me is this monthly candle right here. I want to see where this is going to close. It's going to be very interesting. S&P is the same thing. You know, this could go higher. I'm not saying these can't go higher, but what I am saying is the end result is going to be horrible. I don't care what anybody says or does. Just like every crash, people think they can outsmart it. The people in, you know, whatever, maybe the government, maybe the bankers, everybody thinks they can outsmart it. But a bubble's a bubble, and it always ends up the same results, right? Just be careful if you are all in on the markets. I would be extremely careful. I'm not saying to get out of the markets, but I'm saying if you're all in, be careful. So we're right here at our target again. If this remains resistance here, if this starts to be our resistance and we continue down, our next target's about that 103, and that's just, you know, the old target. But if this doesn't bounce, right, we're pretty low on the RSI right here. Let's go into the 4 hour. You guys know I like my 4 hours. So this is where I told you we might end up. Obviously, it didn't get up there, but I was already laddering into my positions for all week. I was laddering in. We did break our trend line, which broke here, right? We've been watching this forever. Now, if we come back all the way down to retest this bottom trend line, that's around 95,000. If we do get down there, I do expect a big bounce, if nothing else. I know people will probably say that's the bottom. We're going to new all-time highs, which would be a possibility if we can break that top trend line that I show you on the daily. But as of right now, this is where I would look for a big bounce. I'm not saying that we're done, right, bouncing here. We can still, this could always come all the way back up, come up here, retest the bottom of this around that 1012 range, and then continue back down, right? And then the longer this takes, the lower this trend line target goes, right? This will be all the way down in the high 80s. But that's what I'm watching right now. Let's see. What else did I want to talk about? So there's the target we talked about in my last video on Tuesday, right? my last main video. I did a short on Wednesday showing you guys what I was doing. If you guys seen that, kudos. If you didn't, kudos too. But so not a whole lot of comments. 128 viewers and not a lot of comments. I wonder if most of you are on X or what is going on here. Let me know in the comments. Just type real quick if you're on YouTube or if you're on X. I don't even know if I can see this. Let me try. Let's see. Am I showing up on X? Is it a video on X? What is it? No. I don't think so. It was over here. I don't know how this works. Guys, I'm gonna get this straightened out. Trying something new. Everything changed on me. So I use a program to do the videos, and I got in it today and all my info was lost. I had to rebuild the whole thing. I don't know what happened, why it happened. No idea. But again, back to this. So on the daily chart, right? If this is a bear flag, this would be what we were looking for. Would just be basically an ABC, right? The one-to-one extension would be, so this would be if this was a bear flag, right? Would get us down this low. That's pretty big bear flag. But we also have another target right here, which is going to be our one-to-one extension. You guys will learn about all this in the trading. And we're just going to go over the simple trading strategies, right? Simple. What the most of the things you're going to learn in the trading is, obviously you'll know where our entries and our exits are. You're also going to learn how to use fibs, why they're important, why your Fibonacci is important. Maybe read some articles on exactly what Fibonacci is. We may do some live stuff in there too. I'm not sure. You guys are going to have to come in, help us out, help us figure this out. And all your feedback we'll be taking and, helping us grow. So I never wanted to really do this. I didn't have any help with the trading. Now with actual having like a trading room, it's a lot of work, guys. But having a couple people trading and doing in there will be a lot easier, especially as viewers grow and get better, then they can help others too. So I think it's going to be a good thing. People are going to learn how to trade, learn how to make money, manage risk. Managing your risk is the biggest thing ever. We're going to be going over, thanks Niles, Captain, Digital Piano. Can you try to fix the microphone input? Is something wrong with my mic? Are you guys having a hard time hearing me? Can you guys hear me right? Apparently, Needham. All right. So, I guess we're lagging a little bit on the comments. I'm thinking once the standard markets pop and start dropping, Bitcoin will do the opposite. Johnny Be Good, please explain to me why you think Bitcoin will do the opposite if the traditional markets crash. Because when traditional markets crash, highly speculative assets crash twice as hard. Even gold and silver and everything crashes when the market crashes. They just don't crash as much. Nothing moves opposite of the markets when the markets are falling hard. Nothing. Cash does. And why? Because just the value of cash is going up because the value of product is going down. Just a bit echoey. Man, wonder why. No idea why it would be like that. Let me check something on the mic real quick. It shouldn't be. It shouldn't be echoey at all. I don't know why it is. I apologize if it is. I don't know what to do about that. It was never echoey before. Oh, maybe this. No, I don't know what it is. Sorry. It's not that bad. Saki said, input device, you don't use main microphone. I don't know what you're talking about. This is my my mic. My mic is set up with this mic and through NVIDIA to my program. So I'm looking at it right now. My mic is the right mic, right? So, oh, you know what? I take that back. Let me see if this fixes it, because remember, I said I had to rebuild my whole setup here. I had to redo everything, and this I didn't get. So let me know if that took care of it. That should take care of it there. Hopefully that did it. Let me make sure it stayed. Yeah, sorry guys. I appreciate you guys helping me set this all up. Way better. Cool. All right. Yeah, sorry. I told you I had to redo my whole I don't even know what this is called right now. My Streamlabs deal. So that was a setting I forgot to do. Awesome. I'm glad it sounds good. So, anyways, I'm going to try to do more live streams too. We're going to talk about, we'll go over some altcoins. You guys want to go over the altcoins? I'm going to go over the normal altcoins real quick. I'm going to go over Ethereum. Ethereum is back below our bearish trend line. So our next major support is right here around 2,500. We'll see what happens there. Again, if we can get back above this white trend line and then shoot for the blue again. So this is a huge area. We've been in this area forever. XRP really taking a decent hit here. As you guys know, my target for XRP is about 150 right here. And that's just retesting this breakout. We'll see what happens there. BNB, they've dumped pretty big time. This is almost 30% drop. It's still got more to go. I think we're going to break back in here. There's a lot of weird crap going on in crypto, guys. If you can't tell, crypto people can pretty much get away with anything right now. The big crypto people, right? They're being treated as if they're not fraudsters. It's very interesting things going on right now. Anyways, ADA, we're still looking to retest that 51 again. None of that stuff has really changed. Litecoin had a little pump, came back down for the dump. I think we're headed back down for this area again in Litecoin. We'll see what happens. Same thing, just kind of ranging all this stuff. And if you can catch these trades, you're doing good. And look at that. You guys know this is my favorite guy, right? This is dumping pretty damn good. We're getting a cross right here. It's literally not seen that since way back in the .com days. Or no, I'm sorry. That was in 22. This thing looks hideous. MicroStrategies looks hideous. They might have to put micro back in front of strategy. They made a big deal about taking it down. DXY, let's see what the DXY is doing, getting a hell of a bounce here. As you guys know, I think DXY is going to have a huge bounce. I really think so. And that's in good hopes. That's in hopes that the world doesn't go to crap. If that doesn't happen, if the dollar does keep diminishing and goes to near nothing and we have hyperinflation, I fear for everybody. I really do. But with that being said, on a happier note, who wants to check out some altcoins or some stocks? Give me the name of the one you want to check out, and we'll look it up. Crypto strategy. I've been sick for a while, big boss man, so I've missed most of your content. I'm wondering if your thoughts are still the same on XRP. Is XRP still a shitcoin? I still believe XRP is a shitcoin. It's pumped. Look what it's done in the last few years. It finally got a new all-time high after a million years, but it's still back below. Yeah, it's still not. It's not a get-rich coin. I mean, none of them are. Nothing's a get-rich thing, but this doesn't have a whole lot of room to go anywhere. XRP is just a bunch of. It's shammy. It's shammy with the rest of it. It's always, I've never changed my stance on that. And I'm not saying you can't make money off shams, but they're shams. And we look at PLTR. I think I've looked at that for you before. PLTR. Let's take a look at it. It's a stock. So is it this one right here on NASDAQ? Jesus. So this was last time, right? I looked at it for you. So obviously I did look at it for you. These were my targets I was looking for then. And I don't know if that was a pullback target. I don't know when I made these. But obviously those targets hit. The same thing though. Can this even, what is it? Anyways, let me know what it is. Make sure you keep putting them in there because everybody else is pushing out of the way, and I'll try to pick them as I'm done with certain ones. I'll pick another one. So keep letting me know what you want to look at, and I'll try to look at some. I'll try to stay on for a little while. I made an ice water before I came in here. I may have to go get that. But anyways, yeah, this is what I'm looking for. Would you guys, I need another opinion from you guys real quick. Now, would you rather hear some, I'm not gonna be able to do it right now, but would you rather hear some music while my streams are going, or no music? Music or no music? Let's vote below. Hit 1 for music, hit 2 for no music. Again, I'm not gonna do it this video, but on the next live I will. Hit 1 for music, 2 for no music. So I know a lot of streamers like to have music in the background. It seems like people might like it, but it's looking like you guys aren't. Come on, guys, vote, vote, vote. 1 for music, 2 for no music, so I know what to do in the next video. Niles, follow direction. Just your lovely voice. Thanks, Stocky. I appreciate that. All right, it's looking like no music. So, all right, let's start looking at some stuff. TOA. What's TOA? So when you put in your ticker, let me know if it's a stock or a crypto so I can pull it up. So put in your ticker and whether it's a stock or a crypto, because a lot of them have the same names now. So you let me know what you want to see. We want your opinion, not some sounds. It's still nice to have something in the background, isn't it? So you don't have dead zone. I don't know, maybe not. But FET crypto, FET crypto. We'll look at it on Coinbase. That's not looking too great. I must not have looked at that. I didn't have any targets, but so if it's going to hold, it has to hold here. If not, your next support for this is right around 12 cents. We're at 23 cents now. Your next support's around 12 to hope for the best. This looks kind of like Trump coin. Let's see. What's another one? Quant. QNT. Whoops, I put QHT. QNT. And again, I apologize if I don't get to yours. I will, if you keep putting it up there. All right, Quant. This is the daily chart. Let's go. Yeah, let's keep it in the daily. I'm going to keep these on the daily. If you want smaller time frames, that's something we'll go over in the trade group is, time frames, what time frame you're trading, and so forth. But we're looking at this in the daily, right? So, I mean, literally, we can put the simple trend lines across, right? Put simple horizontal lines. Let's put one where we're at now, right? So that's been the support for this coin. If that breaks below there, our next line of support, you could just look at it right down here, right? It's going to be around 60 bucks. So it's at 78 now. Your next support's around 60, and then you could just bring it down. So these are your support zones, right? And then we can use fibs. We can get these off here. Let's zoom. Let's just make a simple trend line. Right here to here. Here to here. So if that's the case, we've had a touch on, you guys know I like my alternate touches, right? So we had a touch on top, bottom, touch on top, touch on the bottom, touch on top. Next touch should be, and we'll keep all these charts like we always do. I'll keep it on this poop coins one. And we'll be able to come back and see what happened. Right? These are all on the daily. So looking for around 57 cents. Can we look at ZEC? It seems to be up only. Zcash. All right, let's look at Zcash. Zcash. Damn. That does look crazy. So what was there any news behind this? Let's look that up just for shits and giggles. So Zcash. Let's see what this was. Zcash. Privacy protecting digital currency. Blah blah blah. Was there any big news? Privacy coins surge as XMR and Zcash lead the rally. So it's all about privacy coins. Yeah, that's. But again, you know, they push privacy coins, but will the big boys allow privacy coins? Right? That's the whole thing. Will it become a like a black market or like a dark web thing to use um private, you know, cash? We'll see. Twitter has gone privacy narrative crazy. Right. It's just a narrative. It's gonna get a pump. I mean, they're obviously getting a pump out of it, right? That's a pretty big pump. It didn't break 2021's high, but it's a pretty big pump. Um, will it continue? It's hard to say. 1, 2, 3, 4 could be finished. It could be a 5-wave structure, 5 waves of the 5th wave right here. It's really hard to say here, but your next real support is going to be back down around $200 for this. But would I touch it? No. But those that know me know I wouldn't know why I wouldn't touch it, right? All right, let's look at something else here. MU stock. It's an AI semiconductor stock. MU. All right, stock. See what it is. MU on the NASDAQ. Damn. And it's what kind of stock? I like, Andrew, I like that you put that there. Exactly what it is. So we kind of got an idea. Obviously, it's AI semiconductor. Do you guys think, how long do you think this AI thing can carry on? Do you think it's coming close to an end, or do you think they're just going to continue using this to prop everything up? You got to remember too, with the government shutdown, there's no real jobs numbers, so we don't have all that data as if it was all true anyways. But now is a good excuse for them not to put that out so they can keep lowering rates, things like that. Cheap money ends up pretty bad. So let's see. So it's a privacy narrow. So how's Monero doing? I don't remember the last time I looked at that coin. CGO is crypto. Yeah, I mean, this is what we were looking at last time I made this. We looked at this, right? Man, did that thing crank. So, yes, trying to figure out exactly what we got going on here. And it's just crazy madness, right? I mean, that is literally crazy. Let's see. Could this continue? It absolutely could continue. How high? Let's try to figure that out. And look at this a few different ways. We could throw the fibs on it, but I'm just going to use strictly trend lines right here. And to see what. So we could do this too. Let me see. I'm trying to find out where that real breakout is. It looks like somewhere about here. Right. So we're still over it. That's crazy. So I don't know. You could look at this if you were still bullish on this, which I guess as of right now, there's no reason not to be bullish on it, right? The AI craze has not fell off yet, although I think it will. So, I mean, this is what I'm looking at here. This is a good possibility, right? Let's see if we can get a trend line all the way from the back. No. So we're going to go off that right there. And we're going to go ahead and call this could possibly get all the way up into this range. Now, you remember how the altcoins rally after Bitcoin, or it used to. It doesn't have to do it, right? But so that's going to be about 318 if that's the case, and then maybe come back down for a retest right around this area in the 220-ish range. If it gets back below there, that may be the end of it. But I guess that's something we'll have to watch. Let's see what else we can look at. Zcash was 4,200 in 2017, still far. Oh, I didn't pull it all the way back there. I guess I could do that real quick. Oh, it wasn't on. Yeah, it wasn't on Coinbase back then. So yeah, I want to look at it. Let's look at it on. There you go. Just see how it was, so we can go back further on it here. It doesn't even go back that far on Binance. That's weird, because I know it was on Binance back then. What else would it have been on? BitMEX. BitMEX definitely should have had it. Nope, not showing on there either. You checked on CoinMarketCap? I got you. CGO Crypto. CGO Crypto. Let's see. And I hope to see a lot of you guys in the trade group. Like I said, I'm going to try to get the room stuff finished off tonight. And I hope you guys show up. And even if, bring in your style trading. There is going to be a chat open to everybody. We're going to keep Mr. Green and mine's trades in separate rooms. And that'll be all that's in there. You can't really comment or nothing in there, but you can comment in the main area. So CGO, you said that was a what? That was a crypto? CGO Crypto. Right here. Jesus, what is this it? Comtech Gold. I don't like all that wick crap, man. That just looks shady. I'm holding 1,200 shares, bought most at 87 bucks. Right on, Andrew. Nvidia's. Oh, the MU is Nvidia's. Okay. Maybe they got a good run coming. If AI continues and data centers keep being built, the play probably is electric companies. Yeah, and it's funny, something I noticed on my electric bill. Let me know if you guys noticed it, but they have like hidden charges on our electric. So I thought that they were claiming they were putting all these billions and billions of dollars into the data center buildings, but we're paying for it on our electric bill. My electric bill's almost double what it normally is with these stupid charges. Anybody else notice that? So they're not really investing in crap. I think it's just us, and they say it's them. I don't know. I don't get it. I think we're getting screwed, man. I watched a video the other day, and it made a lot of sense. It said, we're slaves. We always been slaves. We just get to go home at night. That's it. There was no USD pair back then. It was BTC. Oh, yeah. BTC versus, yeah. Yeah, so how would you really put a dollar value on that? Reggae. Hey. Please check out Toshi chart. Toshi, is that a crypto? Toshi. Are you serious? What's it? Can we look at SU and ENB? Yeah, I pay $300 a month in electricity for my house in Quebec. Yeah, so last year mine was like $100. This year it's like $200 a month. Crazy. And mine was pretty good. It was built 3 years ago, and they built it super efficient. But for it to double, it's pretty nuts, man. A 3.5% yearly increase doesn't double your bill, right? It's insane. Yeah, so this Toshi, okay. Let's take a look at this. I mean, basically, on the daily, right? We could look at it like this, I guess. Just put some trend lines on here. See, a lot of people draw a trend line from way down here. I don't like that. There's too much of a gap there, so I'm going to draw it off these two. And then this bottom here, first touch on the bottom. So this is at a very critical level. So if it breaks below this, I think it's pretty bad news. But if it bounces here, you could get a nice bounce back up to retest this area up top. You literally could bounce all the way back up there. So if crypto rallies and stuff, that may be enough to get you up there. But otherwise, you're looking for this to be it. If it breaks below there, this may become resistance, and this could just start, you know, dwindling off kind of like this, and then down, and, you know, so forth, and just eventually disappear. But I have no idea what this is, who it is, what it is, what's it's about, what its goal is. There's no real divergence on the RSI, nothing there. But I guess on the bullish side, you go up, back up to that top, break the top, and then you can take a measured move like this, and you can bring it up there. That could get you all the way back up to that 0.002 again. All right, so modern slavery, Captain Sass said. Yes, sir. For sure. Man, 230 viewers. Thanks, guys. I appreciate you guys tuning in. I don't see the trading channel on Discord. What do I need to do to have access to it? Big Boss, man, it's in the Discord. It started on there. I don't know if you guys can see it or not, but you can't get into it. We're going to make a new, what is it called? You'll have a new part of the Discord where once we give you the invite, then you will be able to get in there and start sharing, but it's not live yet. I'm gonna try to make it where we can make it live tomorrow and announce it in tomorrow's video. Otherwise, it's gonna be Saturday, but I'm really hoping we can get it in there. It's just gonna have rules. Like I said, respect. It's gonna be about respect, respecting others. It's okay to disagree with people, but not to just, you know, be a jackass. Like, just don't be a jackass. That's all we ask. I used to watch you back when BTC was below 10K. Mana chart, mana. M-A-N-A. Decentraland. Well, if it's going to bounce, it needs to bounce now. It is showing a little bullish divergence, though. So it may get a nice little bounce here. If we close in this area on the daily, let me look at the 4-hour on this one. So yeah, we're definitely, it's getting a bounce here, but kind of, I think it may get another high here before coming back down. I would look for it to come back up and retest this area maybe. And again, all this depends on what Bitcoin does. Could get back up to that 26, 27 cent range and look for a rejection there. If not, then you can continue up from there. But that's what I'm looking at right now. Is there any divergence here? Yeah, see. So there was hidden bearish divergence there. That's what made it turn around. But now, like I said, I think we're getting a little bit of hidden bullish here. BTC holding well. Let's see. So far, still in this little range right here. It's funny how you always come back to this stuff, right? That was all part of my trade when I was laddering in my shorts all the way up here. All this week, laddered them in. That's why we're up over $100,000. AVNT. We did we? No real divergence there yet. We are getting some hidden bullish divergence here. It looks like we could be getting a little pump here. All right, so look for this to possibly go up and test this. Again, guys, this is just a simple look at it. To go into deep detail, that's something we would do in the... So you're going to have to get past these EMAs first, and your heaviest resistance is going to be right here around that 50. It'll probably be around 50, or no, I'm sorry. 63 to 61, somewhere in that area, that 55 EMA when it's coming back this way. If it is able to break that, look for it to come retest this 400 EMA is lining up with this trend line here about 66. If it goes faster, it could be 67, but right in this area, if it breaks above that, then you're going to be looking for, you know, possibly up to around this 80-cent range. Now that's if it can break up there. Again, all this is going to be depend on what traditional markets and crypto are doing. But we're going to go ahead and put these on here anyway. Sorry guys, my eye is watering so bad. All right, but if not, if this breaks, then obviously much further down. But so we may get up here, right? And this make a new high, which if it so let me just explain to you real quick how I'd look for this. So if we get up to here, right, and it starts getting rejected here, we're making a lower high, but here maybe we're making a higher high, right? That's going to be hidden bearish divergence, and that's going to throw you to another downside move, and that would probably get you down to around this 49 or so. But again, you have to wait and see if it gets rejected or it even gets up there first. So can't seem to ladder in trades that allowed on their platform. You can, you just have to be set up right on the right margin, right? There's cross margin and then there's the other one. So you have to be on the right one, and that's something we can teach you guys in the trading spots. So yeah, that's what we're looking at. So what else we want to look at? SU and E and B. SU stocks. All right, let's take a look at that. SU. That looks like a bull flag there. That looks like another run up could be coming, and it's showing some hidden bearish or hidden bullish divergence here. You're getting a lower high on a, and this is the 1 hour. Why am I in the 1 hour here? Oh, I switched over to BTC. Here, let me get out of this chart. I screwed this all up. I screwed that all up. Sorry, guys. Let me get over here. All right, now let's look at that. SU. All right, stock. Yeah, that looks like a possible bull flag, even in the 4 hour here. This is what we looked at earlier. But yeah, this looks like it might get one more little push up to retest this area here around 41, 42 before going down. This could be just like a actually 1, 2, 3, 4. Get one more low. Actually looks like maybe a 5-wave count here. 1, 2, 3, and this is 4, and we get a 5th wave down to maybe 36-ish. Wait, what's going on? Crypto Mechanical. Hey, Craig, can I ask you a question? I have 100 times 14K short and 100 times long. The long is 62 USD ahead of the short. If BTC goes to 98K and then goes long, what would you do? It just happened as I fell asleep. 100, man, that's confusing. Long, and the long is 62 US dollars ahead of the short. Goes to 698K, then goes long. What would you do? I'm sorry, I'm having trouble even comprehending that, bud. And what I would do doesn't matter. You gotta, you know, I can't tell you what to do there. Thanks, big boss, man. Which trade would you do? Oh, because you have them both? I'm staying, I can tell you what I'm doing. I'm staying in my shorts here. Staying in my shorts. I got to put some stops in there now, but I'm still up almost 100K in that short position I've been showing you guys. But we could get all the way up to retest this area 111 to 112 again. But I'm going to stay in my shorts on that. That's a different kind of trade, right? But that's totally up to you. I'm not gonna, I'm not gonna say something, because you know what? I lose trades too, and I couldn't tell you what I would do, and that could be one of the ones I lost, and that's why I don't like doing that. So in the trade group, I'm gonna be showing you my trades, my risks. I'm not telling anybody to trade like me or do it. I'm showing how I do it. That's all it's for, is education. It's not a trading call group. It's not telling you when to do anything. It's showing you what I'm doing, how I'm doing it, why I'm doing it, and other traders. So I appreciate all you guys stopping in, man. It says 245 viewers. I don't know if some are on X and some are here. Let me see if I can find my X and see if it's even playing there or what's going on with that. I would ask if you're on X, but if I'm only seeing YouTube comments, I wouldn't know. So let's see. Yeah, I think it is on there. Maybe. Oh, no. I don't know. I don't know how that works. So when I had to reset all this up, I added X to it. So I don't know if this is playing on X or what the hell's going on. But anyways, I appreciate you guys coming in. Abby, what's the downside target? 98. So our first one is right here, but this has got to hold as resistance right in this area, right? And it's, you know, it's been a pretty big drop. I wouldn't be surprised to get a rally back up to, like I said, that 111 to 112 range before continuation down to the downside. But I gave you my targets as low as this, somewhere in the 95 range. Not to say it couldn't go lower. Again, depends on what's happening, but that's kind of what I'm looking for right now. Could go as low as the 89 right here, right? But a 1-to-1, right? If we looked at this as a 1-to-1 extension, right? And to do that, you take your Fibonacci retracement, right? When you go from this high, put it up there to this low. Oh, I did it wrong. Damn it. You got to have your Fibonacci retrace or extension right here. So you go from that high right here to this low, right? To this high here, right? And again, you can see how this had pullbacks, right? I'm going down, I had pullbacks up. When this going down, it's going to have pullbacks up to go down, right? But the 1-to-1 extension would be right here at this 93.7, 93.8 range right here. That would be your 1-to-1 extension. Let me move this over. It's out of the way a bit. Try to keep it away from the. So those are my two targets for this, right? But again, it doesn't mean it's going to go straight down in one line, right? Could be something like this. Could go a bunch of ranges, and that be it. Or, you know, bounce around for here for a while, do another quick wick, and then power back up. But that's what I'm looking at. So, did anybody catch this downside trade at all? Anybody doing good in a short in there, or was everybody too pumped up with all the bulls out there? Because I caught a lot of heckling and crap on X when I posted. I was laddering in my shorts as I was laddering them in. Nice job, Jay. Shorted Tesla? I haven't even looked at Tesla in a while. Oh, maybe let me pull it up. Tesla. Man, I have a lot of layouts in here. There we go. Let's see that Tesla. Yeah, I thought this was over here, but it still never made a new all-time high, which is making it still look like it could be something like this. But we will have to see. But I had a nice pullback, nice catch on that short. Haven't looked at Tesla in a while. I think it's way overrated. If anybody has looked at any, and I'll probably get some hate for this, I don't care. But if you look at some of those Chinese electric cars, as good, if not better, than Tesla for literally a third of the cost, but they won't let them over here. I wonder why. Closed my trade 10 minutes before the market started to dump. Did you get a little scared, Captain? That happens, man. Don't hate yourself. That happens. Gather your thoughts, kick back, and wait for a consolidation. Look for another trade. All right, it may consolidate here for a while and then kind of see what forms. So we got our 4-hour sell signal, right? Definitely a 4-hour sell signal here. We've got anyone that follows me on that. You remember, you got the yellow here, which is your 55 EMA. You got the blue, which is 21. You got the white, which is 13. You got the red, which is 8. Once they're all crossed, the next candle opens and closes below. That's a sell signal, and it was a sell signal. Now we could pump all the way back up and retest the 55, which happens a lot. Let's take a look at the daily chart. We had a sell signal in the daily, right? And see what happened after that, right? We had this sell signal over here after the daily. We pumped all the way back up. We actually went above the 55 EMA in that, but came back down. And this is a pretty harsh drop. That's 4 red candles in a row so far. So we'll be keeping a close eye on that. Don't forget, guys, check out the sponsors over here. Get signed up, especially if you're getting in the trading group. I'm going to get some contests lined up for you guys with BITUNIX, PrimeXBT, Weeks, and Blowfin. There's a lot more exchanges out there, but these ones I get, I'm getting good feedback on, and actually they're pretty smooth if you're into trading. But I've gotten more options because some people, are in different places and do things different. Some people don't mind KYC, some people don't want a KYC. So you got a lot of options here between BITUNIX, PrimeXBT, Weeks, and Blowfin. I'm working on a new tutorial for PrimeXBT also, and I'll probably make another one for Weeks, or not another one for Weeks and one for Blowfin also once I play with them a little more, and I'll shoot those out so it's a little bit easier. BITUNIX doesn't have liquidity. I've never had a problem with BITUNIX's liquidity, so I can't. If that was true and I had a problem with it, I wouldn't, but I have not had a problem with it. But I appreciate your feedback on that. What's up, Edward? How you doing, brother? I see you still got a wrench. You caught me just before I'm probably going to be taking off. But I appreciate all you guys stopping in, man. I really do appreciate that. You guys rock. I'm going to try to, if you enjoy these live streams, please put 1 in the comments. If you don't, go ahead and hit 2. You think I should continue more live streams, maybe 2 or 3 a week, or that hit 1 if you think so. Hit 2 if you think just recorded videos. Get the voting on. 5. What the hell's 5? Is that way far from 1? Yes, there is a week's promotion. Follow me on X. Go to my X. I posted it the other day on X. Well, all of them. All the promotions are on X. Scroll down through my posts, my X posts, and you will see it. All right, it looks like maybe I should start doing live streams. I'm going to do it this way. Hopefully I'll get smoother at it. The whole system's a lot different than it used to be, so yeah, I guess it's going to be kind of tough to get used to, but we can do it, right? Don't forget, join the Discord down below. We're going to try to get that trading group opened up very soon. Hopefully tomorrow, if not Saturday. But yeah, that's the plan. Thanks for all you guys popping in. I do appreciate it, man. It's cool to see you guys all popping in. I haven't seen a lot of these names in a long time, and it's just cool to see. So thanks again, guys, and I will